Hello, everyone, the podcast where we make English easy and fun. I am Eric.
And I am Amber. We're here to help you understand English words and phrases in a simple way. So, we will help you whether you want to learn English or just brush up on your skills.
So, get ready to boost your English with us. Let's dive into today's topic.
Okay, Eric, what are the words today?
The first word today is essential. Then we will continue with cozy and to disappoint. Then to keep on. And the final one is a piece of cake.
So, let's move on to our first word.
The first word is essential.
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 Oh, that's a good word. Essential means something very important, something you really need. For example, water and food are essential for life.
Yes, exactly, Amber. Let's use it in a sample dialogue to understand better. Imagine a character, Tom, packing his bag for camping. His sister Mary reminds him of what to take.
I've got my sleeping bag, tent, and flashlight. I think that's everything.
Did you pack the water and food? Those are essential for our trip.
Oh right, I almost forgot those.
That was a good example. Mary reminds Tom that water and food are very important. They are essential for their camping trip.
Exactly, Amber. Do you think everything can be essential?
Not everything. Only very important things for a specific situation are essential. For example, for a camping trip, a TV is not essential, right?
Right, Amber. We don't need a TV to survive in the forests. How about a phone? Is it essential?
It can be. For safety, you can make a call for help if you need it. But for fun, maybe not so much.
It's good to think about what is really essential when we plan something. Okay, any more questions, Amber?
I think you explained it very well, Eric. Essential is a word we use for things that are very important, things we really need.
Yes, and knowing what is essential is really important. It can help us prepare better for activities or understand what we really need in life.
Thanks, Eric, for the explanation and the great example. I think our listeners can understand essential much better now.
I hope so too, Amber. Well, let's move on to the next word. The next word is cozy.
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 Cozy is a nice word. It means feeling comfortable, warm, and relaxed.
Yes, it's often used to describe a place that makes you feel safe and happy, like a warm blanket or a soft chair.
Here's a simple dialogue using the word cozy.
I love your new apartment. It's so cozy.
Thanks. I tried to make it feel comfortable and inviting.
You did a great job. The soft lighting and warm colors make it feel so welcoming.
I'm glad you like it. I wanted to make a cozy space where I could relax after a long day.
In this dialogue, Anna describes Mike's apartment as cozy because it makes her feel comfortable and relaxed.
That's a great example. So, Eric, what do you think makes a place feel cozy?
For me, a cozy place has soft, comfortable furniture, warm and soft lighting. What about you, Amber?
I agree. I also believe that a cozy spot usually has things like pictures or decorations that make it feel like home.
That's true. And sometimes, certain smells can make a place feel cozy, like the smell of freshly baked cookies or an aromatherapy candle.
Definitely. Aromas can really make a warm and welcoming atmosphere.
I totally agree, Amber. Speaking of cozy places, where's the coziest place in your home, Amber?
For me, it's my reading corner. I have a big, soft armchair with a cozy blanket, and it's right next to a window where I can watch the rain or snow fall outside.
That sounds wonderful. My coziest spot is my bed. I especially love lying under the blanket with a good book on a cold winter night.
That does sound very cozy. It's amazing how a few simple things can make us feel so happy and relaxed.
Absolutely. And I think that's why people love cozy spaces so much. They provide a sense of comfort and security in a busy world.
Well said, Eric. I think our listeners will enjoy learning about the word cozy and how to make a cozy atmosphere in their own homes.
I agree. Thanks for the lovely conversation, Amber.
Thank you, Eric. And remember, everyone, with a few easy changes, you can turn any room into a cozy one.
That's great advice. And with that, let's move on to the next word. The next word is to disappoint.
To disappoint.
To disappoint.
Ah, to disappoint. That sounds like a feeling. What does it mean, Eric?
You're absolutely right, Amber. When something disappoints you, it means it doesn't meet your expectations. Imagine you're excited about going to a new restaurant because you heard their pizza is amazing. But when you taste it, it's not as delicious as you hoped. That's when you feel disappointed.
I got it. It's like feeling sad or unhappy because things were not what you wanted.
Exactly. It's like when your favorite team loses a game or when a movie doesn't have the ending you expected. Both situations can disappoint you. By the way, notice that disappoint is a verb, but disappointed is an adjective, but their meanings are nearly the same.
Okay, let's look at our example dialogue. Rosa and Mark are at a music concert. They've been waiting for their favorite band to perform.
Mark, I can't wait for the band to start. I've been looking forward to this concert all week. I hope they will not disappoint us.
I think so, Rosa. But wait, why are they playing slow songs? I thought they would play the rock.
Oh, it's disappointing. I expected high-energy music, but this feels like a bedtime song.
Yeah, it disappointed me too. Maybe the music will speed up later.
The concert disappointed Rosa and Mark because the music was not like what they expected.
So Eric, what other situations can disappoint us?
Well, when a friend cancels plans at the last minute, or when you study hard for a test and still get a low grade, those moments can disappoint you. But remember, it's okay to feel that way sometimes. We all do.
All right. Now, let me ask you, Eric, what has disappointed you recently?
Well, I was disappointed when my favorite restaurant closed down. I liked their food and atmosphere.
Oh, that's too bad. It is always sad when something we love ends. By the way, Eric, can we also use this for our own expectations?
Absolutely. For instance, if I set a goal to read a book every month, and if I read only one book in the whole year, I would say it disappointed me.
I see. Thanks for explaining that, Eric. Well, it seems like we've covered the word to disappoint quite well. Shall we move on to the next word?
Sure, Amber. The next word is to keep on.
To keep on.
To keep on. To keep on is a phrasal verb that means to continue doing something.
It's a very useful phrase to use when you want to talk about something that is ongoing or continuous. Right, Eric?
Absolutely. So let me give you an example of how you can use to keep on in a sentence.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's say the baby keeps crying. What does it mean?
Okay, I understand. To keep on in this sentence means that the baby is still crying and will not stop anytime soon.
Exactly. Now, another one. If I say, I'm going to keep on studying for my exam, what does that mean?
It means that you're going to continue studying for your exam, and you don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Right? And if I say, she keeps on singing, what does that mean, Amber?
It means that she continues to sing and doesn't plan on stopping.
Great. Let's use it in a dialogue to understand it better. Imagine two friends, Lily and Tom, are practicing for a music competition.
I'm tired. Maybe we've practiced enough for today.
We should keep on practicing, Lily. The competition is only a week away, and we need to be perfect.
You're right. Let's keep on it until we can play this song without any problem.
That's a great example, Eric. Tom wants Lily to keep on practicing so that they can prepare for the competition.
Yes, you can use to keep on to encourage or tell someone that what they're doing is important. Amber, can you think of a situation where you had to keep on doing something even when it was tough?
Sure. When I was learning to ride a bike, I fell many times. But I had to keep on trying until I finally learned how to do it without falling.
That's a perfect example. Do you think it's always good to keep on doing something, Amber?
That's a good question. I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes, if something is not successful or working, it might be better to stop and try a different thing instead of keeping on doing the same thing.
That's very true. To keep on shows effort. But it's important to know when it's the right time to take a break or try something new.
Exactly. It is an important decision to know when to keep on and when to stop.
Definitely. Okay, I think our listeners understood how to use to keep on.
Yes. Well, let's move on to the next word.
Okay, our last word is a piece of cake.
A piece of cake.
A piece of cake.
Oh, I love that phrase. A piece of cake means something is very easy to do.
Exactly, Amber. It's like saying, that's a piece of cake, or it's a piece of cake.
So, if someone says, this project is a piece of cake, it means it's very easy to do, right?
Yes, Amber, it's like you can just eat a piece of cake. It's so easy.
Haha, that's a fun way to think about it.
Sure thing. So, if someone says it's a piece of cake, it means it's easy and won't take much effort.
Exactly. And now, let's have a friendly conversation about a piece of cake. Sarah and Ben are talking about their homework.
I'm worried about this math homework. It looks hard.
Don't worry. I looked at the problems. It's a piece of cake. I can help you.
Oh, that would be great. It's always easier when you explain it.
That was a good example, Eric. Ben is confident that the math homework is very easy, so he explains it as a piece of cake.
Absolutely. It's a way to make her feel that the homework isn't very difficult. Amber, have you ever had a moment when something you thought was very hard, but then you understood it was a piece of cake?
Yes, the first time I tried to bake bread, I thought it was really tough, but it was actually a piece of cake. How about you, Eric?
For me, it was learning to swim. I was scared at first, but once I started to learn it, I realized it was a piece of cake.
I hope our listeners think our explanations are a piece of cake.
I hope so, Amber. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you found our conversations helpful and that learning these words was, well, a piece of cake.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our channel and like our video for more fun English lessons and conversations.
So, until next time, keep on learning and have a great day.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Hi there. I am Amber.
And I am Eric. Hey everyone, we're here to make English simple and fun for you.
Today, we're talking about some words you hear a lot.
That's right, Amber. So, sit tight, relax, and let's dive into our words together.
Okay, Eric, what are the words today?
The first word today is brave. Then, we will continue with to be confused, and to encourage, then to hang out, and the final one is long time no see.
Okay, Eric, let's start with our first word.
The first word is brave.
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 Brave. That sounds like a strong word.
Yes, Amber. Brave is an important word. It means having the courage to do something that might be scary or difficult. Being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you do something even if you're afraid.
That's a nice explanation. It's like climbing a tall tree even though you're scared of heights. That's being brave.
Exactly, Amber. Now, let's see how we can use it in a dialogue.
I'm not sure if I can speak up during the meeting. They might not like it.
Don't worry. You have great ideas. You just need to be brave and share them with the team.
Maybe you're right. I need to be brave and trust in myself.
That's a great example, Eric. John supports Rosa by saying that you should be brave because you have great ideas.
Exactly. It's a good way to show that being brave can help people trust themselves and overcome their fears. Amber, can you remember a time when you had to be brave?
Yes, once I had to give a speech in front of my whole school. I was very nervous but decided to be brave and do it anyway. It went well and I was proud of myself. How about you, Eric?
Well, I had to be brave when I went bungee jumping for the first time. It made me nervous, but I decided to face my fear. It was a wonderful experience. Do you think being brave is important, Amber?
Definitely. Being brave helps us to experience new things and overcome our fears.
I agree. Being brave is important for personal development and for helping others. Everyone can be brave over time.
Okay, Eric, I hope everyone feels a little more ready to be brave in their everyday lives. Thanks for such a good discussion.
My pleasure, Amber, and let's move on to the next word. The next word is to be confused.
To be confused.
To be confused.
To be confused describes a feeling. If you are not sure what is happening, or if you don't understand something. It's like when you read a book and you don't understand the story, or when someone gives you directions, but you still don't know where to go.
Exactly, Amber. Being confused is completely normal, especially when we're learning new things. Let's use it in a dialogue. Suppose two friends, Mary and Brian, are trying to choose which movie to watch.
I'm feeling really confused about which movie to watch tonight.
Why are you confused?
Well, there are so many options, and I can't decide which one I want to see.
That's understandable. Sometimes having too many choices can leave us feeling confused.
That's a great example, Eric. Brian and Mary were confused because they had many options.
Yes, they were. The example shows how we use the word confused in everyday conversations. Amber, have you ever been confused? And how did you deal with it?
Oh, all the time. When I'm confused, especially when learning something new, I try to break the information into smaller parts or ask someone for help. What about you, Eric?
Similar to you, I ask questions to clear up my confusion or use the internet to find more information. It's important to remember that it's okay to ask for help when you're confused.
Wise words, Eric. Well, it seems like we've covered the word to be confused quite well. Shall we move on to the next word?
Sure, Amber. Let's continue helping our listeners improve their English one word at a time.
So what is the next word, Eric?
The next word is to encourage.
To encourage.
To encourage.
To encourage is a very positive action. It means to give someone support, confidence, or hope.
That's right, Amber. Encouraging someone can make a big difference in how they deal with a problem. For example, if a friend is feeling nervous or anxious, we might say, "You can do it," or "I believe in you," to encourage them.
I see. Let's use it in a dialogue, Eric.
Hi, Emma. I've noticed that you haven't been doing your best in class lately. Is there anything going on that I should know about?
I just don't feel very confident in myself.
I understand how you feel, Emma. But don't worry. I believe in you. You're smart and hardworking. I encourage you to keep trying and ask for help if you need it.
Thank you for encouraging me, Miss Lewis. That makes me feel a little better.
I thought it was a useful example, Eric. The teacher helped increase Emma's confidence.
Oh yes, Amber. Supporting each other is important, especially when someone feels bad. Let's switch places now, Amber. What would you say to Emma if you were her teacher?
Well, as a teacher, I would try to find out why Emma doesn't feel confident and help her with that. Also, if she needed it, I would give her more tools or extra help. When things go wrong, I would also encourage her to keep going and not give up.
You make a good point. Sometimes, just giving some positive feedback to someone about his hard work can be very motivating.
I agree. So, what would you say to Emma if you were her friend, Eric?
As Emma's friend, I would also help her feel better by telling her what she does well and what skills she has. I would also listen to her if she wants to talk about her worries or fears.
Well said, Eric. I think we've covered the word to encourage quite well. Shall we move on to the next word?
Yes, let's move on to the next word. The next word is to hang out.
To hang out.
To hang out.
That's a cool word. What does to hang out mean?
First, it is a phrasal verb. It means to spend time with someone in a relaxed or informal way, often without any specific plans or activities.
I see. So, it's like being together with friends or people you like.
Exactly. It's when you're just enjoying being together with your friend, whether you're watching movies, chatting, or simply being together.
Okay, now let's dive into an example dialogue to see how it's used.
Hey Tom, how have you been?
Sarah? Good to see you too. I've been busy with work, but miss hanging out with friends. What about you?
Same here. Let's catch up this weekend. How about grabbing coffee at our favorite spot?
Sounds perfect. I'd love to hang out and chat.
That was a simple and nice example. So Tom and Anna are going to spend time together at the park.
Yes, they plan to enjoy each other's company.
Eric, when do you usually hang out with your friends?
I usually hang out with them on weekends. We sometimes go to the cinema or just walk in the park. What about you, Amber?
I like to hang out at a cafe and chat with my friends. It's relaxing.
That sounds lovely. Do you think it's important to hang out with friends?
Yes, it's very important. It helps us feel happy and connected.
I agree. Sharing moments with friends can make great memories.
Do you have a favorite place where you like to hang out?
Yes, I love going to the beach. It's calm and fun. And you, Amber?
I enjoy hanging out at my friend's house. We watch movies and cook together.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So guys, remember to spend time and hang out with people you care about. It's good for you.
Yes, and it makes life more enjoyable. Well, that's all for to hang out. Let's move on to our last word.
The last word is long time no see.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Oh, that's a fun one. How would you explain long time no see, Eric?
Long time no see is what you say when you haven't seen someone for a while. It means it has been a long time since you last met.
That makes sense. So, it's like saying it's been a long time since we last met.
Sure, Amber.
Can we have an example dialogue where this phrase is used?
Here it is.
Sarah, long time no see. How have you been?
Mike, it's so good to see you. I've been great, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing well too. We should catch up more often.
I agree. Let's not let it be a long time before we see each other again.
That's a very friendly and warm conversation. It really shows how long time no see is used.
Yes, it's great to see an old friend again and show that you're glad to see them.
Eric, when was the last time you got to say long time no see to someone?
I said it to a college friend I ran into last month. We hadn't seen each other in years. What about you, Amber?
I said it just last week when I saw my cousin who lives abroad. It had been so long, and it was really nice to reconnect. Why do you think it's important to reconnect with people?
I think it's important because it keeps our relationships strong and reminds us of good times. Plus, it's nice to catch up and see how people have changed.
Absolutely. It's special to share old memories and make new ones. Have you ever been surprised by how much someone has changed?
Yes, definitely. Sometimes people change careers or move to new places. It makes the catch-up even more interesting. Amber, do you think it's easy to continue a friendship after a long break?
It depends on the friendship, but most of the time, with real friends, time doesn't matter. It's like you can pick up where you left off.
That's a beautiful thing about strong friendships. Well, it looks like we've covered long time no see pretty well. Thanks for the insightful conversation, Amber.
You're welcome, Eric. And thanks to everyone for listening. Remember to reconnect with friends and say, long time no see. It might just make your day. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Simply Explained English. We hope you enjoyed learning about the phrase long time no see and found our conversation helpful.
Absolutely. Remember, if you have any words or phrases you'd like us to explain in future episodes, feel free to reach out to us.
You can leave us a comment or send us a message. We'd love to hear from you.
Stay tuned for more episodes where we break down English words and phrases to make learning fun and easy.
Until next time, keep practicing your English and remember, learning a new language is always an adventure.
Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.